Hello everyone, it's Tracey. Welcome back to SkatKatz. Thanks very much for joining me. Well, it's Tracey Tuesday again. Let's see what I'm getting up to today. This week marks week 2 of Halloween 2025 projects that I will be sharing. And this week it is a lantern. And this lantern is a digital cutting file available from the Silhouette design store called 3D Pumpkin Haunted House, and it is design 122554. So let's get started. So you can see me here, I'm just putting my piece of 12 by 12 cardstock onto my electrostatic bed, and I'm cutting this out with my Silhouette Cameo 5. The Silhouette Cameo 5 along with the electrostatic bed are a perfect pair, and they do a brilliant job of cutting cardstock. And yes, I do have my pinch rollers in the wrong spot. I did realise it a bit further on and I did fix this up. So you can see here that I'm taking this off the electrostatic bed, and it's projects like this that are quite, I would consider this an intricate design. It really does make it easier once they're cut to just take them off the electrostatic bed. Sometimes with a sticky mat you can end up with pieces of your design stuck down on the sticky mat, and it can be quite difficult to pull up, and sometimes it can make your design tear. So the electrostatic bed comes into its own when you're cutting out things like this. This part of the project I would call extremely intricate, and you can see that the Cameo 5 has done a brilliant job cutting this out, and having it on the electrostatic bed, those pieces just fall out. Sometimes with just a tap. The Silhouette Cameo 5 in the electrostatic bed also do a brilliant job of cutting vellum. So let's put this all together. So I have all my pieces here, and there's one thing I would like to point out. This particular piece I cut twice and layered it and glued it together, just to give it a bit of strength and integrity. Then we have these two pieces here. Then we have the top and the bottom. And these are the pieces that the panels slot into, the lantern panels. These are the lantern panels, and you can see just how good a job the Cameo 5 did of cutting these out. This is what I would call intricate, and the Cameo 5 did a brilliant job of cutting those out. And these are the vellum panels. So the first part of this, and the only part where you need to use glue actually, is to glue these vellum pieces in place on the back of those panels. There are 6 in total. It doesn't take very long to do. You could also use double-sided tape if you like, but it's just as easy to use glue. You do need to take care, however, when you are putting the glue around the edges, that you don't get any that seep through to the vellum, because you will be able to see that. So I'm just going through here, gluing the vellum panels onto the back of these lantern panels, and then we'll move on to the next part of putting this lantern together. So that's the last panel finished. I'll put those to the side. Then we'll look at these two pieces here. They slot into each other, and it's easy to see where they go. And it gives you that cross look. And then they get fed through that main piece, like so. And when you stand it up, you've got that. It's the start of our lantern. Next, we'll put in the top and the bottom. These take a little bit of finagling to get them positioned correctly, but you can see absolutely where they go, where those slots need to go. You're just slotting them into the matching pieces on the support pieces. And the top one's always a little bit more trickier, a little bit more finagling is needed. So you can see me here, I'm just taking my time, getting them lined up and into position. You do need to take a little bit of care that you're not too rough, otherwise you will tear your project. So I'm just getting that all into place, and that's it there. So now we'll move on and put the panels into place, and they go in those slots at the top and the bottom. Just giving them a bit of curvature and then just slotting them in. Very, very easy project to do. Just getting those last ones in place, and then I'm going to put a tea light candle inside, an electronic one. Don't use a real flame candle. I've got an electronic tea candle here. I'm going to switch it on and put it inside. This was just one from in my stash. You can get them anywhere. And this is how it looks with the lights off in my craft room. And I love the way that this spooky lantern turned out. So that's my project share finished for today. I hope you've enjoyed watching and that you feel inspired to make a spooktacular Halloween project for this year. Don't forget to check the description box for links to things that I used here today. Thanks very much for watching. Have a great day, and until next time, it's bye for now.